Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Welcome to Championship Transfer Update, episode number 21. By God, 21 of these things. But what we have noticed is the market is slowing down. Only 2 episodes this past week. The previous week, before game week 1 actually kicked off, we probably had 4 or 5 episodes. So things are slowing down now. We're expecting a temporary lull as we work our way up to October the 5th, where brinkmanship is going to turn into some big deals, we think. And then when brinkmanship turns into big deals, then we get the real fun, where we get people scooping up what they can at the last minute with whatever money is around in order to fill up what they've lost in their squad through their brinkmanship. So here we are with about another 7 or 8 championship deals. As ever, I will give my stipulations just to avoid any confusion in the comments. We are not commenting on transfer rumours. I have heard many of them. I need to see the guy holding up the shirt, as ever I say. We won't be commenting on new contract signings. I know people have been eager to hear about Sibley and Bird signing new deals at Derby. They do not fall under our jurisdiction, although no doubt they will be discussed on the channel at some point. And if you have an idea of what a transfer fee is, please get involved in the comments, but please quote your source. We do not make up transfer fees like a lot of people purporting to be journalists may do. So we're not going to do that over here. So if you do have an idea, please give me your source. And here's a pretty solid source, because it's the Watford website. And yes, before anyone comments, yes, the Watford hierarchy could feed the Watford website a figure that might not be 100% true. I know conspiracy theorists abound, but £15 million says Pervis Estupiñán has gone to Villarreal in Spain's La Liga there. Well, he never really got in the door, did he? I know he's wearing his nice Watford training kit there in the photograph, but he never got anywhere near the pitch. Let's just say this was always going to be a prized asset needing to be got off the books. We've had quite a lot of these now, haven't we? In respects of Jamal Lewis going out of Norwich. Now Estupiñán joins Drury, who went from Watford to Everton as well. And then the Bournemouth boys, if I can remember all of them. Ramsdale. Oh God, there's a couple more, isn't there? Ake. I think 3 Bournemouth players have gone out for big money. Comment me the other one. I've forgotten. Can't remember all of these. It's a good thing we've got 21 episodes of this series here, isn't it? Ecuador international Estupiñán was first signed in 2016. Gained experience exclusively in Spain, working his way up the echelons, and was on loan all last season. So pretty much a no-brainer here. Remember, financial cliff. Off you go, Premier League to Championship. TV money literally just dies in comparison. 100 million down to, I don't know, 7 million or something. And no gate receipts this season for the start, for the first few games. So it makes all the sense in the world for Watford, Bournemouth and Norwich to be doing deals like this. So bye-bye, Pervis Estupiñán, before we even saw you kick a ball in the Championship. But hello, what you going to do, brother? Because Hogan is back at Birmingham City. It seemed a bit of a no-brainer after he did so well for them on loan last season. We're going to see about the career arc, but I would have thought this may even have come up in the negotiations for Aitor Karanka to come back. If you have a striker scoring 7 goals in 17 games, it's going to say in the article, you're probably going to want some idea that he's going to come back the next season. Back at Birmingham again, undisclosed fee. Give me your ideas what you think the fee was, but please quote your source. Quite the career, actually. If you look there, worked his way through the Northern Premier, MPL Northern Premier Division. Look, there's the legendary Stocksbridge Park Steels that Jamie Vardy famously now played for. Finds his way to Rochdale. Look at that. 17 in 33 in League Two. Brentford, great recruitment as ever. Scoop him up. 14 goals in 25 games in 16-17. And this is when Steve Bruce for Aston Villa, literally in that January, just tried to sign all the top Championship players. Remember, Hogan and Brady and Hogan, there's others, all signed for a lot of money. And remember, it didn't work, and Dr. Tony nearly taking Aston Villa down. Then he stays at Villa, and look at that, just doesn't work out at all. 7 goals there in the Championship in pretty much 50 games. Not good. Not good for Hogan. Didn't work at Villa. And then, of course, Tammy Abraham comes in and hits 25 to get them promoted. We get some loans. That Sheffield United one amuses me there because I saw one of the goals because it was against my hapless team, Ipswich. In fact, in the game where Sheffield United all but confirmed promotion, one of those ones where you're basically up but for 50-goal swing in the final week of the season. I'm sure Nottingham Forest fans will remember those words half an hour before the end of the season, this past season. He went to Stoke, and then you can see there Birmingham. 7 goals, and all in very short order. I've included his last game at Stoke there in December, but arrives there, transfer window closes, start of February, bang, 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 bang. Look at that, brilliant. Up top with Jutkiewicz, a big man and a goal scorer partnership, worked an absolute treat. We're talking about 7 goals. If we talk in terms of league games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually 7 goals in his first 8 league appearances for Birmingham City there. And we can give him a bit of a pass because lockdown then occurs. Everything stops and goes to sleep. Football stops. And when we come back, Pep Clotet has kind of become a dead man walking because he's no longer going to be the Birmingham manager. That's been announced. They play a couple of games and then off he goes, and Birmingham going to freefall. So I guess to give Hogan credit here, whilst he was at Birmingham, whilst they were competitive and hadn't pretty much as a club ended the season early and in the end just avoiding relegation, he was fantastic. So a bit of a no-brainer, and I suspect he'll do well. I do wonder what Karanka will do system-wise now, given he's always been a 4-2-3-1 guy, and he now has Jutkiewicz, who's been pretty much indispensable for Birmingham since he's been there, and Hogan. Does he go to a 2-up-top system and a more Gary Monk-ish 4-4-2, let's just say? We will find out. Another kind of expensive transferred player arriving in a parachute team for lots of money was Benik Afobe, who went in at Stoke in that big Gary Rowett splurge of signings. Hasn't worked out at all well there. He went to Bristol City on loan last season and then had an awful knee ligament injury. He's come back and it's been a well-trodden path, let's just say, for Stoke players who are big liabilities on the balance sheet to go out to Turkey, where they appear to be okay in terms of paying the wages. I don't know what the Turkey FFP rules are like, but they seem okay. Let's just put it that way. It's been a good relationship that Bet365 and the Coates family have had with the Turkish top division there. He's off to Trabzonspor. Bit of a shame because I liked the player and just didn't work out at Bristol City because of the injury, and not really a chance to get going with Stoke. And when you actually look that they've got Lee Gregory there, Tyrese Campbell and Stephen Fletcher's come, and maybe there's only one striking position there. Afobe has been deemed surplus to requirements and a liability on the balance sheet, probably a big wage to cut there. So good luck, Afobe. Out he goes. We're back at Watford here because highly rated Manchester United youngster, aren't they all, when they're at Manchester United? James Garner, he is coming in on loan, 19 years old, played in the Europa League 3 times, Premier League debut in Feb 2019. Man United's under-23 Player of the Year, scoring 8 goals in 10 Premier League 2 games. Wow. That's pretty impressive for a central midfielder. Yeah, it says they're capable of playing either a deep or advanced midfield role. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Always a pinch of salt when we look at these loan players coming from these very, very big clubs. Are they going to be good? Are they going to make the grade? Is this the next? We've seen Frank Lampard, David Beckham, John Terry, and then in recent years, obviously Tammy Abraham, Rhian Brewster do really, really well as loan players. But some of them indeed disappear without trace, don't they? So in comes James Garner there in terms of the midfield. Ivic played Chalobah and cleverly in there with Quina and Sema wide. So maybe a change of system there. Is he going to end up with a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 to accommodate some more bodies there in midfield? We will find out tomorrow, won't we? So good luck to James Garner there. He's now the 5th player in there. Ngakia, he played, didn't he? Glenn Murray's probably going to be a bench option. Perisa, I'm told is how it's pronounced, Sirialta, and of course Garner, who we're talking about. All coming in for Watford. Here's an interesting one. That is George Hurst, who's Paul Warne's 7th signing of the transfer window. He's gone to Rotherham on a loan deal for the season. And it is David Hurst's son. David Hurst, a great striker for Yorkshire neighbours. Sheffield Wednesday. There made his league debut for the Owls in 2016. Wow. So he's been on the scene a while. Rewarded with his Wednesday debut following a 40-goal season in the youth teams. I remember Jamie Curitan and Neil Shipley doing that as very, very young players and having long and prolific careers, both of them, indeed. Many, many years ago, I'm showing my age. There, England representative work there. Actually left Hillsborough, it says, to go and join Nigel Pearson at OH Leuven. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. In Belgium, we've got any Belgian watchers here. And then went back to England and Leicester City. So, interesting one there. We're expecting Paul Warne to play 4-4-2 and play 2 up top, or 1 up top and a sort of number 10 behind there. Ladapo, I think, started the first game. Hurst has joined. Michael Smith is a decent target man in Championship terms. And we've got Proctor and Vassell there as well. So that looks like a nicely stocked roster there, to use the American sporting parlance, for Paul Warne and the Rotherham forwards. Interested to see if George Hurst is anything as good as his dad. I know it's unfair to compare, but it's going to happen. Then he'll do very well for Rotherham in the second tier, won't he? Someone who didn't do very well in the second tier is Joel Asoro, who Steve Cooper doesn't seem to fancy here at Swansea. The Sweden international will link up with Serie A side Genoa, and they have an option to buy at the end of a loan spell. 18 appearances for the club since joining from Sunderland in the summer of 2018, and he was out at Groningen last season in Holland, scoring twice in 15 outings. So off the wage bill if Cooper doesn't want to use him. Good luck to Asoro in Genoa, and good luck. Some people going to some nice places there. Genoa. And Brad Smith is off to Seattle, which will be interesting for him and his family. 26 years old. He had been on loan at Cardiff last season. I think as well, yes, he'd been on loan at Seattle Sounders as well in 2018-19. So he joins up there. Jonathan Grounds is not going to get to go to Genoa or Seattle, although I think Seattle can be quite cold, can't it? He's going to get to go to Swindon. Very familiar player to Championship fans. Grounds there. He's going to go and join Swindon from Birmingham. Karanka does not fancy him there. So out he goes. And finally, Josh Eccles out from Coventry. As you can see there, Kyle Dempsey and Stuart O'Keefe injured at Gillingham. So he's gone in at Gillingham on a season-long loan deal. Eccles 20, highly thought of. I love these websites. They always try and say that they're receiving a very highly thought of player from the selling club on loan. And you think, if they're that highly thought of, why are they going out on loan? But there you go. I take the point. These guys have got to write their copy, haven't they? Helping the Sky Blues achieve promotion to the second tier, securing the League One title. Good luck to Josh Eccles out there at Gillingham. And that, I think, is our last one. Indeed, get your thoughts in on any of those transfers. Do you support the buying club, the selling club? Have you seen the player play? Let me know about any of those players. Again, if you think you know the fee, put it in the comments, but please quote your source. As I said, get involved in the comments. You can also get involved by hitting that thumbs up button, the like button, and subscribing as well. Where are we? 12,280 something subscribers, which is fantastic. You can join our fantasy league there, T5QBR0. Although I think you now join at a disadvantage because we've had a game week already. And some of us got 92 points in our first game week and are in third place out of 418 or something. So there we go. If you don't want to look at my face, you can listen to these shows on a podcast. As I mentioned, we do have over 12,200 subscribers here on the channel. That, however, isn't enough to replace my income that I've lost because of COVID, trying to make a go of doing this YouTube-y, talky thing here. So we have some revenue streams that we're working on here. Shop front over on Amazon, amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Buy any of those items, get me a little kickback. Lots of fun lists we've put up there. Let me know if you want me to add any lists. You can buy some of my shirts, buy some of the books over on the bookshelf back there, etc. All good fun. Patreon as well. I need to do a Patreon vlog because we haven't had Patreon exclusive content go up in a few days over there. So Patreon, $3 or $5. And if you are a fan of the channel, you can sponsor, be a fan sponsor of any of the recurring shows, or if you're a business, you can sponsor the entire channel there. Benjamin Bloom Music 2Ms at gmail.com is the email you can reach me on there for sponsorship. With all that being said, I'm looking and I've said I haven't put the fish tank light on, which always makes the videos look better. So there we go. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you on the next video. Get your thoughts in on any of those transfers. Thanks for watching. Over and out.